Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, "I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude, the beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together."
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
Like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain. So,
It's out of sync, what the heck?
oh, hello.
Is it always like this?
I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure.
Is it?
I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
What an incredible place! It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. There's some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course. But they've only been built in a few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It's certainly unfamiliar. And I think there's more to the differences than just construction materials. Yeah, whole ass cogs for some bizarre reason. And a clock tower or something. What is this place again? This is the Lord Chief Justice's office, Naruhodo-san, in the Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice. Is that a real title? I'm not sure. We had instructions to report here at this time. If circumstances were different, we were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. But Kazuma can't. No. So instead we are here in a different capacity. As envoys, to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death. Yes. Having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. So, we'd have to return to Japan. We just got here. What the heck? I thought we were gonna take off. If we want to remain here in Great Britain, I have to take Cosmo's place as the law student selected for the study tour. They had applicants for this position, didn't they? Rip the other students who actually work for it. Probably, I don't know. Anyway. Yes, which means you need the requisite qualifications as a lawyer. Which you can totally do in 40 days, but alright. Which is what I've been studying for. Here in Great Britain, it is Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here. To have you officially recognised as a lawyer. It's the only way we'll be able to remain here in London. I hope I'm up to scratch. Ah, good morning. Sorry for keeping you. Oh, I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan? Seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes and 47 seconds late. My apologies. Oh, no, don't mention it. We've never been happier that we're standing around with nothing much to do. How fortunate. So, introductions. I am Mel Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. I feel like a little mouse on the elephant's foot. Come on, Mr. Naruhodo, don't be a mouse. Stop reading my mind. Oh, it's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Yes, thank you. Okay. London? So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London? Help! I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh? We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say I'm almost lost for words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Oh yes, astounded is the word. Thanks for saving me there, Susato-san. Everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. Yes. There's much excitement about the upcoming Great Exhibition we'll be hosting here in London. Great Exhibition? Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city. It will be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history, and it will make Paris's World Fair look like a toy shop. Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be. Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the centre of the modern world. Even if you do say so yourself. The sun will never set on our great empire. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun. The land of the rising sun. Are you about this, mate, sir? Sorry. Lord Chief Justice? I think you were expecting a student of law for this study tour, weren't you? Absolutely. Mr. Kazuma Asogi, if my memory serves. That's right. The British government has already been telegraphed a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores. It's amazing. The news reached him before we even arrived. My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. Oh, thank you. And you honored this appointment specifically to inform me of the news? Yes. We are here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person. You tell me you Japanese are a people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that it's true. It is with some regret that I must inform you. The death of the young lawyer means this study tour arrangement can no longer proceed. If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart! What do you have to say, madam? It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal. Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo? This is it then. The moment of truth. Alright, let's see if we can proceed. The thing is, Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead? Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from your country, there is nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Is this something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Sogi. At least that's what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say to this man. Mr. Naruhodo! I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I going to say? If there is someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer, it's me! It's me! I can do it! I will do it! By the power vested in me! Is that so? I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but... No qualifications, you say? And yet, you still claim to be a lawyer? I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. I had Kazuma to help me, and I was the accused. Glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learnt all about the British law and court proceedings while I was aboard on the SS Burya. The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not one you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training. I realize it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Asogi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance. That's all I'm asking for. Please! 31 seconds. Sorry? Your opening statement then, Mr. Naruhodo. It was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you in a good stead as a lawyer. Oh, thanks. So, you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment. Huh? But let me ask you one thing first, sir. Yes? You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asogi planned to do? Are you firmly set on that path? Well, yes, that's my intention. I see. Am I imagining things? Did his expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden? Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Really? What is this test? So, what form will the test take exactly? Tell me now, Mr. Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be? Well, defending people, of course. Well said. So, let's have you defend someone. Huh? Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an apt trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news. Today? Straight away? If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler? How do I get myself into these situations? Well, could I ask, what sort of trial is it, Mr. Lord Strongheart? Mr. Lord Strongheart? Yes, good question. Ah, I remember. It's a murder trial. Of course it is! When is it not, honestly? A murder? Extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose. That's easy to say. But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will of course be sentenced to capital punishment. Capital punishment? He'll be put to death? Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Presumably, you read that much in your short C-based introduction to British law? We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life. I am the Lord Chief Justice. Now I've decided it's acceptable. But you can't do that, can you? There's no need to overcomplicate this. All we have to do is ensure that you don't lose. So the defendant may live or die, depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, you'll be hanged. Mr. Naruhodo, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer? If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Sogi. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen. He's testing my resolve. What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be? What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test? What happens if we say we won't do it? Let's see. I've never seen this. Alright then. If I have to give you a decision now, my answer is... I can't do it! I can't get the words out! 15 seconds. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. So, suspected, is it? Sorry? You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. Good night. Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is over. Is this game over? Greg? Yes, Lord Strongheart. Wow, we're not doing this. Thank you for offering me a chance. Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry, Mr. Sato. But what could I do? It's alright. I understand. What? You do? It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. What are you trying to say, madam? I think what Mr. Sato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day. But for each one of those clients, a particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice. Wait, Mr. Naruhodo. Was there something else? It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time. Well, I just said that I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him. What? At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. He will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down. Well, that's awful! But that is the truth. Why does it have to be like this? Please don't expect an answer to every question. The cold, hard truth of the matter is that there's only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you. Really his only hope? So, what do you say now, madam? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. But in my estimation, it is purely and simply a matter of resolve. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves. He's gone. The Old Bailey. If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruhodo, we must leave at once. Do you say anything? Now let's see what she has to say anyway. Mr. Sato, can I just ask you something? Not here. Careful. From this position, I can perform a Susato takedown in an instant. Oh no. Mr. Naruhodo, you heard Lord Strongheart. The trial starts imminently. If I need to throw you, I will. You know, you could just say, I think we should hurry to the courtroom. If you need to ask me anything, you'd better wait until we're at the Old Bailey. Okay, let's get out of here then. Let's proceed. Post haste. Oh, thank goodness we're in time. It's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose. Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favourite lines from the Herlock Sholmes series. It worked quite perfectly. I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and we have to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before this trial started. Yes, I suppose there's that. Anyway, I don't understand here. The court clerk said the defendant should be here. There's no sign of him at all. So this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants to wait is grand. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place is giving me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air. Almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. Feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed. When do we not feel like that? We've been accused twice now. Yes. Whoever the man you're trying to defend is... whoever the man you're trying to defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment. Top of the morning to you, madam, sir. What are you doing following me here? Things are fair desperate, aren't they? Sorry is right. This accent, bro. Would you look at those expressionless faces? From the East, are yous? We're from Japan, yes? Ah, Japan, is it? Right, say no more. So, how much do yous need? No, we're just here because... No need to explain, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing to eat, barely a penny to your name, and while in a strange, faraway land. Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no. 'Tis grand, 'tis grand! Let me start by giving you 1,000 guineas. Say not now. 1,000 guineas? Please, Mr. Sato, you don't have to shout. 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? 'Tis nothing to me at all. I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see. I have enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over. That much rain even fallen in one day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. Ah! That hit me in the eye! Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not given to your no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me. Oh, to be honest, it's a little embarrassing. The trial that's about to begin, you see, is for me good old self here. I'll be in the dock. Ah, you're the defendant, are you? So now what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now. Oh, well, the thing is, don't worry about a thing. All you have to do is stand up next to me. Nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial is going to start without me having any kind of representation at all. So it was true. Lord Chief Justice wasn't making it all up. I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you're the defendant in this trial? Bluster and blazes! Do yous not know who I am? Me, one of London's biggest names? No, sorry. We've only just arrived in the city, you see. We're already getting thrust in this trial. Good heavens. It's been a journey. Lots of process. I see. Suppose it isn't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park there in the centre of London is another beautiful park. Sorry, a park? What? It's called McGilded Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot. I donated it to the city, so I did. An entire park in central London? A city of smiles, that's my vision for London. There's not a Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city and its queer old people. Amazing. Really extraordinary. Ah, but! Now they've got the gall to say I'm a good-for-nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded. What is the matter with the London police, I ask you? Why'd I pass out? It's another holder. Perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath. And while I drink a cup of water too. Uh-huh. Oh, good heavens. Yeah. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students, on a study tour from Japan, you see. Oh, so, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands. We'll do a bit. What was I after saying, you daft idiot? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up next to me, haven't I? Yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Sorry. I know what you're thinking. 'Tis chance of a fella claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the blazes he can't hire the finest lawyer in all of England? Because he did it. That's the only explanation. Well, what happens when we say exactly? Let's be savage. Yes, exactly! But no! Well, like you said, if you have all that money, but you don't have anyone to represent you in court, there's no other logical conclusion that you're guilty of all charges! I didn't sign up for this! Well, you call a spade in the east, so you do. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean any offense. Thirdly, I still can't express myself very well in English, you see. I'm never sure what's acceptable to say and what isn't, so, is that so? Because you sounded fluent enough when you're telling me what a blackguard must be. I'm terribly sorry. I'm Waluigi. I can't say I blame you for thinking it, fella. It is a little strange, to be honest. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean. That would be the fault of the Reaper. So, did he just say Reaper? Hey, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Baroque von Zieks. He's the prosecutor. Prosecutor is the Grim Reaper? When von Zieks stands for the prosecution, they call the accused sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. What? So it's reached a desperate situation where there's no one willing to stand in defense against the fella at all. You could say he's a living legend of the Old Bailey. Goodness, Lord Baroque von Zieks. He must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor then. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed. Cursed? What on earth? I want to get at it. What? The defendant is summoned and his counsel. Please make your way into the courtroom. The trial is about to begin. His counsel? That would be me. Oh, I'm a real counsel now. Oh, 'tis time. Well then, fella, don't let me down now. Ah! I don't know anything. Do we even have anything? There's an armband that I inherited. Sorgi Cosmo. The boy's name is embroidered on the inside here. Look. Cosmo Sorgi. This was his band, of course. He had his heart set on this study tour in Great Britain. Sure, he would have found the truth he longed for here. He lost his life before he even had the chance to see the place. I have such a strong sense of his hopes and dreams when I look at this armband, though. Okay, so I have that, but I'm guessing that's not gonna help. Oh well. That is ghost. Something. I don't know. You haven't told me what happened. I know nothing. Until you showed your face here. I made up me mind, so I had. Sorry? I decided I have to defend myself in there. How would that have worked? Didn't we do that before, dude? And then you made an appearance. A student of law, wouldn't you know? Tis no accident, I can assure you of that. 'Tis fate. So don't get cold feet now, please. My life. My life. I literally know nothing about the case. About this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know... I can't just turn my back on him, and I'm shitting myself. I suppose I can't tell you that. I need to be strong now. Mr. Naruhodo. The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes. Something that Kazuma would have never allowed to happen. His legacy lives on. Counsel for the defense, what are you doing? If you're late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right to stand. Don't chop my feet off now. Sheesh. I'll be right there. It's happening then. My first trial in a British court. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this.